fuck are
she
you
can't.
doing? Are you fucking
She
crazy?
can't.
Give me the gun. Get in the fucking house.
Look,
Get in the
Carmen
house.
came right back to tell her what
Get
the
the
hell
fuck
just
out.
happened.
Yo. We knew it was going left. What's going on? It's your boy Syntell with the Intel, and you already see Rekkai is in the building. What's going on, champion?
Hello, Governor.
Hey, Griselda. Woo! One of the hardest females in the business in the 80s. We're getting closer to the end. This is episode 5. There's only going to be one more. Something that my partner here, Rekkai, calls the penultimate. There's gonna be big things ahead of us. Listen, don't worry if it's your first time watching and you need to catch up. There'll be a link in the description for some of the previous episodes. And make sure you stay to the end because we're gonna chop it up, do a bit of a breakdown, let you know how we feel about this episode and how the series is going as a whole. So without any further ado, let's get started.
Both smuggling and distributing extraordinary amounts of cocaine.
You're out in DC now,
in
3
the United
years
States.
later.
With the help of her top enforcer, Rivi Ayala, and his Gestapo-like security organization.
Rivi, top security.
But you hear who they said? They didn't say Dario, they said Rivi.
Yeah.
But we are ill-equipped to compete with a criminal so clever that she has managed to take over much of Miami's economy.
Economy. Not the streets, the economy.
Hopefully turn some of her associates against her.
Why not enlist the Miami PD?
Yeah, right.
Miami PD has been compromised, sir.
Oh, bought and sold.
The resources to bring in more qualified officers and tactical support congressmen. And we can stop Griselda Blanco before it's too late.
Like Dario over there living the baby daddy life. Look at this. He worried about the
that's his
kids.
son right there.
Yep.
Además a Fabio le gusta.
A ella también le gusta el billetico que yo le mando. Si quieres, ¿por qué no lo llamas y le dices que yo le hice doler la cuquita a su amigo?
I heard that.
Usted no hay que ridiculizar a Rafa y a su amigo de esa manera.
Lo que le quieres meter es un tiro en la cabeza por lo que le hizo.
3 years later, that's still sensitive.
Griselda.
He said we'll enjoy the protection and everything else, but look at Rivi, jealous.
Dario, the way Dario be looking at Rivi. Let's step out of line.
These are the Blanco Stash House locations, which we got, thank you very much to June.
This thing, like, how everybody know where the damn stash houses are? That is.
Captain, do we get it?
No, sorry guys, this isn't about the money. There's no word on that yet. Raul, can I get a word?
Uh-oh.
But you told him that. Right, they get that she did this.
Nah, bro, you brown in Miami. They ain't gonna, yeah.
They don't really want to get it. Stories already leaked to
He's
the
out.
press, imagine by her.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's how you shut down
And-
CENTAC. That's a-
Yeah, and he's
investigation or reassignment
Cuban too, on
Go the
top of it. That's what I'm saying.
investigation could end up in jail.
Wow.
I'm not sure I'm ready to run point here, Raul.
Hey, you had the congressman eating out of your hand, Jim. You can
Yeah,
do this.
I mean, they just went to DC and said that Miami PD is corrupted, is compromised.
¿Qué es eso?
CENTAC estuvo en Washington y tienen información con la que estaban a punto de salir adelante.
Look at the information they got.
¿Cómo si vos no estás pensando que tenemos un soplón?
Sabemos que lo tenemos.
Aquí estoy.
¿Cómo vas con los
That's the
preparativos
jealous
del
hoe, ain't it?
cumpleaños de Darío?
Is
that the
it?
jealous hoe from Medellin?
Oh, wow. I think you might be right.
Vamos ahora, con permiso.
Oh, wow, that's big.
Además, así vamos a poder disfrutar tu fiesta tranquilos.
She definitely let it be known that, you know, I choose you. Yeah, I know at this point, he's probably like, shit, I'd rather be back flipping pancakes and chopping off limbs.
I'm thinking we
Yeah.
go over canvases from each scene, just find our way in, work from there.
This dude's a nep.
3 years we've been trying to stop her, and she's living in that giant fucking house, still killing people. And what she did to Diaz? Fuck her.
That's true, June, but we hit one house, it takes the other ones off the table. She could just change her whole system. Might end up with nothing.
No,
It's a risk
You
out.
watch them.
Yeah, you got to shake the tree.
No, you pull a Fast and Furious when they moved all the stash houses in Brazil.
worth a shot.
I don't trust that dude.
Gracias a todos por estar aquí, por acompañarnos.
My
She married to
husband.
Dario.
Oh, so they did get official.
El padre de nuestro hermoso hijo.
Michael
Michael
Corleone.
Corleone.
They really named the kid Michael Corleone?
Por eso se me ocurrió darte lo mejor de los dos mundos.
Yo, a gold-plated Uzi?
That's wild.
Por mi arma de oro.
The man with the golden gun.
Man with the golden gun.
No tenemos al informante. De pronto tenían otra información. Están jugando con tu cabeza.
And he's right.
She ain't gonna listen to him, though.
Voy a investigar un poco. Hablaré con los contactos en la policía. Veré qué puedo hacer.
The old girl says she broke the codes.
Who's Carmen Rivera?
Old girl with the travel agency.
Mm.
Remember, I told you that she changed from Arturo. I said she's going to be the weak link. She didn't want to do this from jump. She's enjoying the money, but as soon as they bring her in, she going to fold.
Es que mamá,
Rafa?
¿dónde está la fiesta? ¿Qué nos está pasando ahí? Pues rápido ya coleamos en el baño. Pues ahora que lo pienso, ellos se reunieron la semana pasada. Pero,
So that's Rafa's girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. I got her confused with somebody else.
quiero relajar. Hay una cosa. ¿Sí o no? A ver, agarra. Es crack.
Oh, we in the 80s now. That's right. Crack now. And she has no idea what she's smoking. Oh, wow.
Ay, puta. Le di un cocodito mojado. Préstame. Ya. Espérate. Ay.
Is that going to be
That's
Griselda's
crack.
undoing? Is it crack?
I mean, we said you don't get high on your own supply.
Yeah, you're done for the rest of the party.
Zelda, let's talk. What the fuck is wrong with her?
Yo y Fabio se reunieron.
The paranoia about to get crazier.
Look what he did to me! Get the fuck out of here now!
Walk away. You can't hit
You know who you're talking to?
the godmother's kid.
Contigo. Creo que es lo que quieras.
¡Cállate!
¿Pues no crees que estás metiendo demasiado ya?
Vos no sos mi papá.
Mm.
Oh.
Dije de andar metiendo.
Are you
Vos
serious?
literal serviste coca aperitivo.
I mean,
He ain't lying.
Fíjate un poco en tu vida, Griselda. Usted es un mal parido como Rivi. Los jueguitos mentales metidos en tu cabeza todos los días.
Do you think that's stemming from jealousy a little bit, though?
a little bit.
¿Sabes qué hubiera preferido de regalo? Agarrar a nuestros hijos y largarnos de este lugar. Lejos de todo.
Oh, no, you talking about leaving the business? That ain't happening. Yeah. She too far gone.
Protegerte.
¿Será que tú eres el informante?
Oh, you said that at his birthday?
Mira la sorpresita que le traje. Sheila, this is Griselda.
Yo, she's definitely a snake, man. She done hooked her up with something to cheat on her husband with, gave her crack. Yo, she's sus. And she's Rafa's girl?
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. So Fabio Ochoa is that guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is Rafa a Ochoa? Or
I
is he
don't-
married?
that's a good
is
question.
She the Ochoa?
I think she's the Ochoa because remember when he was talking about I might need some soldiers and might need you to call your cousins. I think she's an Ochoa.
Yeah.
Careful with that Bible, okay?
Oh, the police getting ready to pick her up. Syntell getting ready to pick her up.
Yep.
And she gonna think it was her all along.
Yep.
Ella solo se preocupa. ¿Qué? ¿Que se va a preocupar de la puta pipa? ¿Te está espiando o qué?
See, that right there.
Steady planting seeds. See?
She gonna kill her best friend. And they gonna show her. They're like, you know that everybody else that she thought was an informant sleeping with the fishes. That's you.
La casa está en orden, Griselda.
Pero ¿cómo encontraron esa caleta, Ricky?
Debieron tener información, mi hija. Así que estoy totalmente convencido de que estamos bien.
Oh, okay. I wasn't expecting him to say that.
Tú ya sabes que estás.
Okay, I thought he would have pushed the narrative of the paranoia.
Estoy segura.
Sí.
Unless Rivy actually did get caught and made a deal.
But I think the police said there isn't an informant. There isn't one. It's just.
Well, she did say that.
It's just June was just like, I just know the code. She's still on that pipe.
That glass penis. Get off it, G Money.
Yeah, man, that's her real downfall. It's gonna be that crack pipe.
Dixon se está volviendo loco. Se fue con su novia.
Amor, déjalo, así no me está reventando la gente en la fiesta.
Dixon gonna kill that dude that or get killed by that dude that he got into it with.
Mira, culis cagado, malagradecido. Todo lo que yo hago, lo hago por ti y por tus hermanos.
See how she's still holding to that bullshit?
The people trying to save you, man.
It's a lease contract with the name of the company that the house was rented to.
Oh, did you even know that? Wow.
I wonder if that will show us how you're laundering her money. Well, that is how you got that car in this house, right?
Fuck off. It's bullshit.
I bet she didn't know that was in her name, though.
Now, here's what somebody smart does. The first thing she need to do tomorrow,
lawyer,
is go tell Griselda. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true,
You
too.
need to eliminate all doubt. Because if you don't tell her, be like, I didn't think it was nothing.
¿Qué pasa? ¿Estás bien?
Dario,
Easy.
slip up and stick it to her.
Come mierda, hijo de puta.
Ey,
Dijiste,
Escúchame.
He was just sitting there chilling.
Yeah, but she cracked out.
She cracked out.
What? Can't show a gold gun and not use it.
Estella knew.
de que te estoy castrando, de que no te dejo matar por mí, de que nada más escucho a Ribi, pobrecito Darío.
¿Querés saber de qué estábamos hablando? Hablando del hijo de puta mala madre que sos. De eso está hablando. Tenés a tus 3 hijos jodidos, Griselda, y yo no voy a dejar que jodas a Mike.
Oh, that sounds like a threat.
She gonna shoot him like her last husband.
¿Me querés disparar? ¿Me querés matar? Dale, dispara en la espalda, si no me tienes que ver la puta cara.
Yeah, party's over. Party's done.
I'll pay you whatever the fuck you want.
Get on all fours and start barking like a fucking dog.
Yeah, this right here.
Ooh.
What the fuck
Oh,
are
she
you
can't-
doing? Are you fucking crazy?
can't-
Give me the gun. Get in the fucking house.
Look,
Get in the
Carmen
house.
came right back to tell her what
Get
the
the
hell
fuck
just
out.
happened.
Yo. We knew it was going left.
But also, that's what happens when it's you against the world, baby. You go to kill the monster, right? The one that beat you up and put you down. One day you wake up, the monster is here. Yeah. And trust me, I've been there, Mommy. And that's why I want to help you the way you did for me. Help.
Oh, shit.
Tell her. But maybe now's not the good time to tell her, though.
I'm going to wake up. All of this will be over. Everything will be fine.
Nah, that's not how that works.
Nothing. I have a rat in my organization, and you're telling me that you're talking to a fucking cop is nothing.
She offered me some bullshit deal.
I offered you a deal.
Why am I coming to tell you that?
I'm gonna come talk to you tomorrow when you're sober.
Fucking anywhere.
Calm down, Griselda.
Yeah, she's still
I
high.
came back to tell you.
It's me, Carmen. I would never betray you. Fucking believe me. I would never fuck you.
I told you. Like right now, she's like, yeah, I'm telling everything.
Yeah, she's squealing like a pig, little piggy. Whee!
Look, right now she's like,
Everything.
yeah, let me get some more of that butter. Yeah, got some lobster in there.
Wow.
La fiesta. La fiesta se fue a la mierda en el momento en que empezaste a obligar a todos a culiar a punta de pistola.
I mean, yeah, that happens.
Yo no te he jodido ni una sola vez.
Pero ya yo no confío en ti.
That right there was a divorce in a sentence.
Yeah. Not only that, you should be concerned with your life.
Boy,
Fuck
she
everyone.
smoked crack one time
Once.
and descended into madness. And she right back on.
Right back on it, dog.
But he took it from her. Look, and that's what she went.
Este hijo de puta le cogió el culo a mi novia. ¿Me emputé o qué? Me emputé. Tenés que ver el arma.
Don't put, you see my baby back kid? What's wrong with you, dog? Thank you. Be clear, Chucho.
He gonna kill Chucho.
Chucho, that's a wrap for you, homie. You can't
Chucho
hit the
gonna kill his
boss's
whole
kid.
family.
Yeah, you can't hit the boss's kid.
Chucho gonna kill.
Yeah.
Dixon, ¿qué te pasó?
Fue a buscar a Chucho por ayuda y me pegó.
Chucho's your day one. Literally, your day one.
Y aparte el hijo de puta me entrega a la policía.
Oh.
Tienes que darle una lección para que aprenda.
Dixon, vete a descansar.
Reeve know he lying. Look at that. Reeve like he's bullshitting.
Quiero que mates a Chucho.
Oh.
Lo que yo sí sé, Reeve, es que a mí me está tocando hacer tu trabajo por ti.
All right, reach deep into the peyote, Reeve.
Todo respeto, Griselda.
Yeah, choose your words wisely.
Mi trabajo siempre ha sido hacer que seas la persona más poderosa de Miami.
And I've done that.
Si matas a uno de los nuestros por una suposición, eso no es poder.
That's weakness.
Eso es miedo.
A mí esta noche me ha demostrado que tengo mucha gente en la que no puedo confiar. Y tú me has advertido de alguno de ellos. No. Eso me hace desconfiar.
Nunca te traicionaría, Griselda, y lo sabes.
No me digas más lo que yo sé. Es exactamente eso lo que me hace pensar que sí me traicionarías.
She crazy as hell. But I guess it makes sense.
Yeah.
Está bien.
All alone in your office. All alone.
No le digo, Griselda.
Sé que está vivo. Gracias a Dios.
Si aún desconfías de mi lealtad, yo puedo buscarme la vida solo.
Eso no va a ser necesario, Reeve. Gracias.
Nah, you can't undo that.
Buenos días.
Act of violence.
Oh, the kid did get hit.
The boy has been identified as Johnny Castro, believed to be the son of Jesus Chucho Castro. The 2-year-old was shot 3 times in a drive-by shooting. If you're continuing today, as long
It's unforgivable.
Other than letting everyone down.
You got to her, June. Okay, they know that.
I mean, your plan worked.
Yeah.
But at what cost?
Look at what it cost.
Yeah.
Sergeant Hawkins, someone here to see you. Says you know her.
Got her.
What can I do for you?
Y'all got any more of them plea bargains?
Take it.
Woo, look at that look. She like, got her. If you're watching this on YouTube, you're gonna see a cut down version of our reaction because we're only allowed to show you a limited amount of picture-in-picture. But if you wanna watch the whole thing with us uncut, uninterrupted, head over to our Patreon page at patreon.com/Syntell. Become a member of this channel. You'll get access to the full uncut reaction, but you will need your own Netflix, HBO Max, or Disney Plus subscription so you can open up each episode in an adjacent window to our reaction. We'll give you a little time with a small reference video at the bottom of the screen to help you sync up the footage. And it'll be like you're watching it with your favorite pals from the internet. Woo! You hear that song? Can you feel it? Yo, the pressure's real. Hey, man, one of the things that I learned from you is the importance of the penultimate. It's just a cool sounding word to even begin with. It's a cool sounding phrase. Hey, I'm not even gonna take this. I'm gonna let you just run with this. Tell people what the penultimate is and why it's so important when concerning an episode like this.
The penultimate is always the next to last episode. So the pilot episode is the first episode. It's important in setting up your characters, setting up the story, and letting you know what this journey is going to be. The last episode is called the finale, and that's how we usually at this point, depending on if the story is going to go on, you set up your cliffhanger or you set up things for the next season or next movie, or you wrap up a lot of the conflict that happened in this series or movie. But the penultimate, I guess, in a series is the one right before that. And that's when tension should be at the highest. You are at the highest point of the climax. And from there, you start, or you may even hit that climax, hit that peak, and start the eventual fall back down. That's where all the things are in place, all the pins are in place. So all you got to do is line up and knock them hoes down.
I wasn't too worried about this episode being good. I just didn't know what angle they were going to take. I didn't know how the start of the fall was going to be. And this was one of those episodes where, there is no slow moments. There's no slow moments. It's an hour of you must-see TV, you glued to the TV, and all you can think about is, what is Griselda about to do? What is she about to do? And the thing that's painful to me, it's not what Griselda's gonna do to her enemies. It's what is Griselda gonna do to her team, her loved ones, her husband, the people that have respected and been down with her from day one. What is she going to do? And the pressure's building. How are you feeling so far?
The thing is, you just said it. Fame itself is a drug. And then you take fame, or in her case, notoriety, which is almost the same thing as fame, and then you mix it with actual drugs. So put a little liquor, put a little cocaine, put some crack on it. Listen, and we get exactly what we saw. She descended into full-on madness. And chaos happened at a birthday party. What should be a celebration should be it was full-on chaos. She had the nerve to say, well, how's the party going? He's like, the party went to hell when you told two people to F each other at gunpoint. I don't know what to tell you at this point. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, wow. Strip off all your clothes and bark like a dog. Like, what? And the sad thing is like, you know what I'm saying? If you can get sober for 12 minutes and look back at what the hell you just did, and the nerve, she gonna watch the thing on TV about Chucho's boy dying, talking about, what happened? What you mean what happened? That's you.
That's all you. You did this.
That's you. Cracky Tales last night. You probably don't even remember what she did. Right.
Oh, man. Yo. All right, so listen. So in the beginning of this episode, we get a chance to see her dope office, right? And she has these symbols on the side of her. I don't know what part of the continent of Asia they come from. I don't know if they're Chinese or if they're Japanese, but they're called food dogs. I remember seeing them a lot when I was a kid. We used to go to eat. There'll always be like at the entrance of like whatever the Asian cuisine was going to be. You all let me know in the chat which country these are specific to. But I remember asking as a kid what's the meaning of these dogs, and they're statues of protection. That's what they're for. And they protect the guests when you come in to eat so that you have a good time and know that you're in a safe spot to dine, right? And you see them on like in front of the castle of like emperors and stuff like that. And we saw that in the beginning of this episode when you see her when you see her talking to her husband and her number one in protection. And at the end of the episode, it's funny because of the way the scene set up. You see the food dogs behind her, and then you see both of them like in the same spot, kind of like where the food dogs are. And the whole thing is this, from what I've seen of this episode, is everybody's trying to protect her, even though she doesn't want to be protected. Her son's saying, I'm trying to protect you. Her husband's trying to say, I'm protect you. Head of security's trying to say, I'm protect you. Everybody's like trying to protect Griselda, and she's just throwing it away. I don't need no protection. I don't need anybody telling me nothing. I know what I'm doing. And at the very end, everything is all falling apart, everything's gone to pieces, and she has burned every conceivable bridge that she could possibly burn. She gets back, they show that shot at the very end of the office, and all that's left are just the statues, but they don't mean anything because the main two people that's supposed to protect her the most are no longer there. And that's how they like close out that particular scene. I thought that was pretty cool. You know, it was a cool way of introducing, you know, a underlining story of where we may be going with the storyline, because she is no longer protected. Every aspect of her protection, the safety blanket, the thing that separates her so that she could do her thing, is evaporated. It is truly Griselda against the world now. And it's her own undoing. She did it to herself.
Yeah, but if you think about it, most of them do go that way. You think about the stories that we've heard, you know, your Noriegas, your Escobars, your John Gotti's, your let's go back to the big dog, Al Capone. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them went down by their own undoing. The sad thing is, and I want to say it was in this that someone said it earlier about the difference in, you know, respect and fear, you know, and which one of them is more powerful. And sometimes it's hard to delineate which one of those wins. But if you think about it, you know, it would be nice to be respected. But, you know, in this particular world that they're playing in, you can't have the respect without having the fear, you know. However, just like anything else, and I apologize because I know we're watching some gangster stuff, but I am a Star Wars head. You know, it's descending over into Sith, descending into evil, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? It's very hard to balance those two things, you know. And sometimes when your world is all about one of these, when your world involves more fear and hate and paranoia and violence than it does love, it's hard for that to not take over your world. Just look at what she did in the span of this party. She went against her 3 day ones. Chucho was the first dude with her. Yeah. And because she's tripping, she had Rivy to go take out Chucho because of her idiot son, which Dario and Uber just tried to tell her, and end up not missing him, but killing his 2-year-old son. You know, and just think about, you know what I'm saying, how she's haunted by the innocence she took out, and look at where she's at now. You took out a 2-year-old boy. You took out the parents before and left the baby. Yeah. Now this time you took out the baby, you know, and missed the dude of your day one, though. She went against Carmen, her day one. You know, and when she came back to tell her to put her up on game.
Sure did. She said, I'm trying to pull your coattails. Sorry, go ahead, finish your talk.
You know, but then the same thing, how she turned on Dario the exact same way. Her 3 day ones. You know what I'm saying? We go back 3, 4, 5 years. Listen, you was in my crosshairs. My job was to counsel Uber, counsel you. And I chose different. And now you're going to be like, you know, we have a son together. And you're going to be like, I don't trust you no more. You done went soft. I've been here every step of the way. And it's sad because at this point right now, we're talking about a sickness that you can't even get through. You know, here's something, and this, I don't want this to sound sexist, and it may. I don't want to. One of the reasons, and especially we're talking about 70s, 80s, but even in 2024, one of the reasons why it seems, but particularly at this time, that is amazing that we have a lady narco, we have a lady boss, is because of all the misogyny back then, and a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, just stereotypical cultural views back then of what women can do and what men can do. You know, it's not at all right because, 99% of stuff that men can do, women can do. There's a few things that I don't know if it's that they can't do them, but maybe they shouldn't do them. But, and the same for men. Men can probably do about 90% of the stuff that women can do. Their number ain't even that high. Listen, women are the only ones that can, have childbirth. Listen, I'm okay with them having that one. That's all y'all like. Good with that. But my whole point in that is that a lot of times, and any man, if you've been into an argument with your girl, many, not all, many women deal emotionally.
Okay.
Where men, even though we are the base sex and we are absolute idiots, most of the time we're morons. However, we think we deal in logic. Dario tried to approach her from a logical standpoint. Look at what has happened to these boys. Like, she's still holding on. Everything I'm doing for you. I'm protecting you boys. You killing 2-year-olds now? Please tell me. Uber had to tell her. He's like, you gave out Coke straws as gifts, and little baby bro is stirring his chocolate milk with it. Dixon's like, what are you talking about? You don't want me doing blow? You gave out cocaine to everybody as appetizers. There was no hors d'oeuvres. There was no little shrimp cocktail or nothing. You gave out Coke. Coca. At some point, unfortunately for Griselda, she's lying to herself. As many of us do. And the thing is, especially when you on top of the mountain and you view everyone as a combatant, everyone wants to knock you off that mountain because she has gotten screwed over time and time and time again. And she ain't let none of that go.
Yeah.
So she will not let go of this lie that she tells herself that she's just doing it for this reason. We way past that, boo. We gone way past that. And unfortunately, a lot of times when you wise up and you see what is right, it's too late. And you have already, sometimes, when people blow up their life, you drop firecrackers. Sometimes you drop a grenade. Sometimes you go Griselda route and just like, here, let me hit the button on this nuclear warhead right here in my life.
That part.
You took your golden gun and shot up your husband's party, told him you didn't trust him. You tried to actually kill your best friend.
With your hands, bare hands.
Which that's personal. Yeah. You off the reservation, boo.
Yeah. All the way done.
You off the reservation.
You know what? I know we sometimes we get sometimes I like to talk about, some of the behind the scenes stuff. I'm a huge fan of, directing, writing, acting, the thing that makes this story, vibe and jump off the page. And after seeing this episode, I really appreciate episodes 1 through 3 even more, because we knew before we even started watching that Griselda is depicted as this monster, right? This monster of South Florida who brought in drugs and kicked off the cocaine cowboy movement kind of thing. But they surprised us in the beginning by making her a little bit more grounded, making her more about family, showing everything. And if we didn't get that, if they just started it off with just the madness of Griselda, this episode wouldn't even remotely be as poignant, because we've already they've already blown their wad per se, it wouldn't have been like a surprise. But because of the buildup of episodes 1 through 3 and we got a chance to see the before, it makes this explosion, this episode 5, that much better. I appreciate that. I was wondering too, I was like, is 6 episodes going to be too much to tell this story? It's like, should this be like a little 3-part kind of thing? We're doing like an hour a pop. No, but it's looking like 6 is the perfect amount. This don't need to be like a 10, 12 episode kind of story. This ain't that. It's not a super small mini series where it needs to be 2 to 3. I think everything has been really, they've cut a lot of the fat. It's just giving you like straight to the meat. This episode started 3 years later. It's like we're not gonna show you, her rising and doing all this other stuff. It's just let's just get straight to the point where the police are overwhelmed and they have to go to Congress and be like, listen, it's crazy over here. We need some help. She's out of control. Straight to the party when she's going straight to the crack pipe, straight to absolutely blowing up everything. All of that happened in one episode. Great. Just thank you for that. So now I'm so jazzed up for the season finale. I don't think I'll be, outside of them just rolling the credits, I don't think I'm gonna be disappointed. I mean, they've done such a good job so far. I think they're gonna have to really work to make the season finale bad. And I think that's a good place to kind of put us in. So with that being said, how are you feeling regarding the season finale, or just where we've been in the beginning to where we're going to close out?
I think everything you said was right on point. The beginning of Griselda's journey was 1978, her coming out of Medellin. In real life, she went down in 95, I think.
Okay.
So of course we had to do the time jump, for one, because we don't really care. We don't want to see the actual wedding between her and Dario. Right. I mean, it happened, but we also had to jump past her giving birth to Michael Corleone Blanco.
To Michael Corleone.
Nothing says more gangster like he gonna be smacking shit out kids on the playground. I'm gonna tell you, he gonna have him a whole little posse of goons and stuff. Like he's born a crime boss. You know what I'm saying? I think they didn't say what year it is right now. No. We know it's mid 80s because of, for one, for me, because I know cars, because of the cars that showed up. You know what I'm saying? I had a DeLorean. Yeah. So we're probably mid 80s right now. You know what I'm saying? After at least the first Back to the Future movie popped. Yeah. You know, you see a Lamborghini Countach. Yeah. You know, I mean, there's a lot of signs to say, okay, we're mid 80s. We are mid this whole kind of cocaine cowboy revolution in South Florida. Yeah.
The Time magazine cover too, as well. Yeah, that was one of the more well-known Time covers is that one when they talk about South Miami. But go ahead, please finish your thought.
Yeah, and if that was the cut, and to that point too, that would probably, I don't know what year that cover came out, but that's probably our indication of what year we're talking about. So, but you know, mid 80s or so. Just think about, so this party happened, descended into chaos. Carmen is now an informant officially, which is amazing. She did all of this, killed all them people, had Chucho killing all them people to find the informant who didn't exist, and all this, she created the informant. Hell, Chucho probably gonna show up. Chucho probably gonna show up and be like, "Hey, can I do some telling too? Listen, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got some. Yeah, got some lobster, some butter, cheddar biscuits. Like I got some stuff to tell too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know I saw Rivy, like they tried to take me out. They took out my boy. Listen, he getting ready to sing like a canary right now. You know what I'm saying? Not only that, here's the thing. Here's what's bad for business. Here's what's interesting. We have not seen Escobar. The Ochoas know about CENTAC. That was the first thing they said at this. So CENTAC went to Washington, D.C., and how this party just went down, that's not going to sit well. The fact that somebody going to leak that, oh, now CENTAC has an actual informant. That's not going to sit well. And a lot of times to keep business rolling, a lot of times, again, here come the men, screw Griselda. We'll remove her, put somebody else in her place, because then this whole task force will go away. Because if they after her, all right, we get rid of her. and we keep doing business.
Mm.
But then they have to restart everything to figure out, all right, now who's in charge, who's running stuff.
Right.
But right now, they know her. She is who they after.
Wow, you just put an idea in my head. You know who could be next up if they get rid of Griselda is Rivy, because Rivy knows. I mean, Rivy's a kingmaker. You know, he's a kingmaker. So of course, I think he could easily step in. Okay, go ahead. I just had that thought. Go ahead.
But that may be very well how Escobar comes into the fold. How we understand, how we get to know Pablo Escobar. Because now we have to have another king in place. We got to make another king somebody, because, you know, I don't think she's no snitch, but who's to say, you know what I'm saying? That might hem Griselda up and she like, listen, you know, I'm still there for my boys. So, you know what I'm saying? I'll give up Rafa. He shot Arturo in front of me anyway, so I don't screw him. I'll give up John Roberts. I ain't like him anyway. Did I tell you I made him bark like a dog? You know, who's to say, you know what I'm saying, that she won't do that, you know, because I'm trying to save my boys. It's a lie she's still telling herself. You know, Dixon's out of control. He gonna get himself, you know what I'm saying, knocked off. And, you know, not to mention, you know, her other two sons, like, dude, it's just...
Yeah, it's about to
and
get bad.
still, like, if we're in the mid-80s, we still got to get all the way to 95 when she goes down. That's a nice gap of time between the end of this episode and how we go to however much time they spend on that. Like, that's still maybe 10 years, 9 years until she actually goes down.
Yeah.
That's a nice gap of time. And for those, and I won't spoil it for anybody who's not familiar with the stuff, but there's a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff that I don't know if they're going to deal with, but there's a lot of stuff that goes down between when she finally goes down. And just because Carmen's snitching don't mean that she gonna tell them everything they need to know overnight, and they be like, all right, well, let's go get her tomorrow. No, that's not how it works. Not how it works.
Well, that's a good place to go ahead and stick a fork in this. Hey, if you've been enjoying the conversation and just the way me and Rekkai chop it up, hey, be a friend of the channel, hit that subscription button, and of course, give us that thumbs up, because that's how the people know you're digging what we're giving you. If you want to get to know Rekkai a little bit better, Rekkai, I'm going to tell the people how they can get in contact with you.
On all social media at Diamond Mind, DIAMONDMYND, because it's all about this right here.
Hey, thank you all so much for all the comments. We love it. If you do know how it ends, please, 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 no spoilers, because there are some people that are enjoying this story for the very first time. We do read your comments. We may not be able to answer all of them, but you best believe we do check them out. Thank you.
Absolutely.
For tuning in, and we'll catch you for the season finale. All right, y'all.